The title of this next presentation, as you can see right there, is Good Neighbors, Good Friends. Fences. English as a second language. Mentality as a third. Discuss. Jan Piribeck is an artist and art professor at the University of Southern Maine. For over a decade, her work has been based upon establishing relationships between the art, the sciences, and technology. She often works collaboratively with students and community members on cultural projects that connect local environments with global concerns. She has been influenced by the field of psychogeography, didn't even know that existed, and is interested in how human beings impact the environment and in return, how the environment impacts the human psyche. Keywords: public art, integrative research, and creative practice. Ladies and gentlemen, Jan Piribeck.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all for being here. This is a poster for a project called Good Fences for Good Neighbors. It's a collaborative project between Meeting Place, the East Bayside Neighborhood Organization, and Art at Work. And it is funded in part by a fairly major grant from the National Endowment for the Arts. The whole idea of this project was to commission 5 artists to do 4 different fence projects in East Bayside neighborhood. And the rules and guidelines set forth by Marty Pottinger and others was that we had to use recycled materials, not recyclable, but recycled. There's Marty over there, and this actually is, well, it's Rufus Deering Lumber Company and rolling out this tarp of Tyvek. And Tyvek was one of the materials that was used in one of the fence murals that was made. And part of the idea of this project was to bring together the business community and artists and community members. And this is Kelly Rue. She is one of the artists who made a fence mural. She's also the project coordinator. She did a huge amount of work on this project. And the title of her fence mural is East Bayside Portraits. She went out and took photographs of kids in the neighborhood, and then she translated these photographs into high contrast images that she used the Tyvek material to basically make these images in the fence. This is along Fox Street, and in the background you can see Fox Field, where a lot of soccer games happen, and Kennedy Park is back there, just to give you an idea of where this is. And this is, I think, a particularly beautiful photo of this piece. At certain times of the day, if you walk by there, you can see this projection of the image on the pavement on the sidewalk. One of the things that Kelly said that she really got out of this project is she got to work with people that she would otherwise probably not really even know. And that was a wonderful thing, and it also occurred to her that when neighbors get together, they can do just about anything they want, and that was the attitude behind this project. And this is John Cook. He's rolling out this huge blue tarp that he found in his grandmother's attic, which it was a great find. It was challenging actually to find recycled materials. At this scale anyway. So he found this blue tarp and he cut it up, and he basically cut it into strips that he could then very meticulously weave into the matrix of this chain link fence. There he is with a volunteer. This fence is along Washington Avenue and Congress. It's right there at the corner. And the geometric pattern is inspired by an Islamic design. And it took Jonathan, I don't know, maybe a week and a half or 2 weeks to complete this work. It goes around the corner now. It kind of extends around the corner. The title of this fence project is called Clouds. It's done with spray paint, and is done by a spray paint artist whose name is Tim Clorius. And probably a lot of you may know of him. He's very well known and respected here in the Portland area as being a painter. And his cloudscape, the recycled part are the slats in the fence, and he made use of the irregularity of those found slats in the fence, and I think it really adds a lot of character to the painting. So this is the left side, which is the cloudscape part, and then the colors are actually really subtle but beautiful. In the sunset scape part, the idea, the thing that he wanted to convey was sort of a perpetual glowing effect of the sun. And it's a very nice thing. I mean, I walk by this mural, this fence mural, nearly every day, and it does have that glowing effect. And we saw this picture earlier when Marty made her presentation. And these are members of the Muslim Community Center there on the corner of Fox and Anderson Street. And they've come out to admire the outcome of this project. And they were quite happy with the results and were collaborators in the sense that they really wanted to have the mural there. And this is a moment of celebration. Just at the completion of the mural, they came out to congratulate Tim and tell him how happy they were to have this mural there. And this is Tim Clorius in the red t-shirt, and that's his son, Johan, who was probably there helping, I would imagine. Pictured right there in the center is Chris Wright, and he and I worked on a fence mural together that's called Blue Wrap Wave. On the left is Carrie Losnick, and on the right is Alicia Etheridge. And we're in the basement of Mayo Street Arts having a work party, cutting up a fabric that's called Blue Wrap, and some of you may be familiar with that. It is an unused medical supply that's redistributed and repurposed or offered up for repurposing by Partners for World Health. And Chris and I gathered this material from Partners for World Health, cut it into little strips of about 3 inches by 18 inches, and latch hooked it into this fence to make a wave motif or a wave pattern. Here I'm talking to these volunteers who came to help me do the latch hooking, and I'm telling them about the blue wrap. And actually, this blue wrap is thrown away by the pounds every day and ends up in landfills. And so this was just a way to use it for another purpose. And there were a lot of different hands in this project, and if anybody's here that worked on it, thank you very much. And it was really an important part of the project to have different people coming in to participate. And one of the most memorable experiences that I had out there working along the trail is this encounter with the Somali family, a grandmother and her young grandson. Hawo and Mahat is the grandson. And they were walking along and saw me working, and they just came up and got enthused and helped me on the project. And now, when I see them in the neighborhood, I feel like we're friends, and we stop and chat and talk. And that, in fact, is what this project was all about. Thank you.
Jan Piribeck.